Hello everyone and welcome back. I've recorded this video 3 times already. The first time, boring as shit. The second time, too aggressive towards the developers of the game. So this time, I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to give you some facts, I'm going to give you some opinions, and I'm going to give you a general overview of the game, following a few core principles which you shall see on the screen now. Okay, let's get into this. So the company is called The Impatient Gaming. What I actually think is that it's the impatient devs. 2 devs, 1 game. It's literally more like 2 devs, 1 asset pack. Because this game is, and I'm certain, based upon the Polygon asset pack from Unity Store, which I'll show you in a second when you look at the characters. So let's get into the game. Exemption is apparently a Souls-inspired action RPG with a roguelike touch. The time periods may change, but one thing does not. Each journey is unique in its own way. So let's just keep that in mind. Souls-inspired, unique in its own way. Those 2 are really important features in this description. And let's get into the game. This is the title screen. You have this crudely drawn ugly woman which does not fit within the style of the game whatsoever. So why is she there? Well, she's one of the playable characters now, you see. Let's get into the game. So you can pick any of these. I'm going to pick these in a specific order. We'll start with Honor. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with the lady from the thumbnail, the Shield Maiden. So take a look at that face and that style. She has a shield with a ram on it and a sword which is definitely in need of some sharpening and TLC. Now if we just go back to the page, there she is. Here's the Polygon Action Pack from the Unity Store, the Polygon Dungeon Pack, sorry. And this has these skeletons. Keep these faces in mind with the really square eyes and the low poly heads. Okay, so we can block with the right hand mouse button. We can slash with left. We can roll with the spacebar, and we can sprint with shift. So look at the speed and look at the shift speed. It increases the speed by like 0.1 second, but that's okay. It uses all your stamina up. These Egyptian style creatures seems to just tell you what's going to happen next. So Goddess of Life. So let's get into the next area. As you can see, you get a crude, horrible transition which just instantly plops you into somewhere. Here we go. Here's the guy I wanted to show you. Look at that face. So just to be clear, you cannot dodge roll out the way if you've already started an attack. Let's try Honor this time. She's the crudely drawn woman from the front of the title screen, who looks nothing like her character in low poly form. She's still got the 2 swords though, 2 katanas. Let's see if they're any good. Same person. This time we'll go into a different area. Bearing in mind, you cannot control which area you go into. Even if you complete this area, it puts you into a new random area. So this is the bank. This is the bank at night time, or the bank under attack. God forbid you ever try to complete this game with a melee class. Let's actually try it this time. Let's try and dodge Sword Dude. So if you're not attacking, you can dodge. But if you have attacked, you can't dodge. So Honor's shit. Shield Maiden is shit. Cybermonk is another melee class. Shit. Brawler and Lava Golem. Shit. The only 2 that are even worth trying with is the Archer and the Mage. The Archer is difficult to play as because the bow and arrow doesn't work the way you'd expect it to. So let's go with the Mage. The only person worth picking if you actually bought this game. Left click fires some, like electric bolts almost, and then right click gives you a constant electric bolt chain. So this time we're in a different place. Our outfit hasn't even loaded in. Oh, there we go. This is the first time you'll meet one of the enemy mages, and they're just as bitching as you'd like to think. You think the archer's hard, who can wreck you from a distance in seconds? Well, here she is, the mage. So she's going to teleport a lot, and then she's going to fire storms at you. Like that. The lightning storm is brutal on this. I'll try and do a side-by-side comparison with the skeleton at some point. This guy hits you, you're going down. The floaty guys are just too slow, you're never going to get killed by one of them. Always go for the archers first, or the range class, or you're going to get downed straight away. See, now we're in the castle area. These bricks will look identical to the ones from Omnifootman because they use the same asset pack. I'll try and do a side-by-side comparison now as well while I'm talking, so you can see it. I thought I'd done for then. Alright, let's get into the next area. Wow, he just instantly cocked and pulled and wrecked me. I'm not going to play this game anymore. It's completely... It's just terrible. And I don't want to be mean to the developers, but there's no effort involved in this game whatsoever. Bearing on the principles we looked at earlier, which you'll see on screen now, let's go through them briefly. So the gameplay, the core gameplay of the game. Mechanics, how do the controls feel? Shocking. You can't dodge, sprint does nothing, and the other characters, when they shoot any kind of projectile at you, you're done for. Is it repetitive? Absolutely. The levels, if I got further, you would see actually all the levels are recycled, and either at night time or daytime, slightly different varieties, but they're all the same level with the same amount of enemies, and no storyline. How interactive is it? It isn't. You can't pick anything up. You can't do anything, you can't activate anything. Level design. I'd like to say it's good, but they've used a pack, which they've just plopped together, which you can see on the lines in this picture in front of you now. It's just a pack. There's no level design. Is there any explanation? No, none at all. You're forced to go one direction and one direction only. The controls and customization. There is none. You can use a controller if you want to, but the game's still shit with or without the controller. Progressing and leveling up. There is no progression, there is no leveling up system. How about the menu and the user interface? There isn't any. When you hit the exit bar, then you either exit to main menu or do nothing. The aesthetics and immersion. This is the next key important thing. So, aesthetics and immersion, the graphics and filters. The game looks nice, but it's a pack, it's designed to look nice. You download the pack, once you bought it, you plop it into Unity, you make a level, it's already got the lighting built in. The bank level has some really nice reflections in it, and that's about it. Cinematics and cutscenes, there aren't any, so I can't judge that. Character animation, the pack comes with characters, so there was no animation done by the developers here, it's all built into the pack. But, if we're going to judge the pack on what it is and how they put it together, the animation's nice. You know, it runs smooth, it hits smooth, the dodge and the roll looks really nice, even though you can't use it when you're in an attack animation. The environment animation. So, there isn't any. The grass is animated, there's no wind, there's no flickering on the lights, so there is none on there either. And the colour palette, does it set the mood? To start with, yeah, it does set the mood, until you realise that it's the most repetitive game you'll ever come across. And lastly, the performance. The performance is good for the most part. Some levels are worse than others. Sometimes, with certain characters, if you use your left melee hit button, that it will slash and then the game will crash for a second, which means you'll either have hit the enemy or the enemy would have hit you and you'd have been dead. So overall, out of the two main key features and all the bullet points below each one, I'm going to mark them all in front of you now so you can see what I think of this. But would I recommend this game? In my opinion, no. And it's not defamation to say what you think about something, but I've played the game, and I can tell you now that I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. I think it's absolute trash. I think if the developers watch this, I'm sorry if this is hurting your feelings or if I'm being harsh, but I absolutely think that you need to put some more effort into your games. And then to charge £20 for it, ridiculous. It's only on offer at the moment, which ends on the 6th of June, so 4 days from now. Even at £11 I wouldn't buy this game. Well, sorry, $11. Oh no, it is pounds. It's £20, so it'd be more in dollars. It's ridiculous. The game is crap, the game is not worth the money, and the developers have put no effort into this whatsoever. But that's it. That's all I have to say on this game. It's not worth your money. Buy a different game. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you later.